Good afternoon, everybody. Come on now. I know it's summertime, but let's try that again. Good afternoon, everybody. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much, Moctezuma, and thank you to Nina and the entire National Alliance team for putting together this amazing conference and a wonderful learning opportunity for all of us. Please join me in thanking Nina and her team. It is at moments like this that I am reminded about how far we've come. Thanks to the people in this room, the teachers turned school founders, the school founders turned advocates, all of you are an incredible inspiration to the country and to us at the Walton Family Foundation. So thanks to you, there are hundreds of thousands of children in schools learning in ways we could only dream of a few decades ago. You are proving that quality schools in low-income communities are in fact scalable and sustainable successes. Yet as we know, the need remains great. We know that despite all of the progress that you've made possible, for far too many families, a good school remains too far out of reach. This reality creates for us, for all of us, and I'll say today for the Walton Family Foundation, a simple imperative, and that is to do more. So we've got to press forward in ways that are both familiar and new, to harness the power of what we've learned with our search for new ideas about how to reach more children and more communities. Today, Walton reaffirms our commitment to doing our part to do more. I want to share more about what this means and hope you will read more in the report that you'll find in your chair. So first, let me talk about the things that we'll continue to do, and there I'll emphasize the obvious, that we'll do our part to grow high-performing charter networks that change lives across the country. Organizations like DSST, Achievement First, and Uncommon, this year's finalists for the Broad Prize, and why don't we celebrate them here with a quick round of applause, all three. Organizations like these, and others like them, have accomplished something remarkable that we celebrate and we commit to supporting in the future. So we'll do that, and we'll also do some new things. First, our school startup work and our support for leadership pipelines will prioritize the growth of new and different models that aspire to bring communities together across old and we think arbitrary boundaries. We'll do more to seek out leaders with ideas for how a new school can transcend difference by recruiting demographically diverse student bodies. We'll pursue partners eager to put aside tired lines between district and charter schools to do what's best for children. And that means supporting more innovative district leaders willing to partner with charter operators like we've done over the past year in Indianapolis and Atlanta. We'll also invest more aggressively earlier in the leadership pipeline with organizations proven to recruit the best educators and leaders to open new schools. Organizations like Camelback Ventures and 4.0 Schools. And we'll grow our support for teachers and entrepreneurs of color, working to break down barriers that too often keep these educators, these emerging entrepreneurs and change leaders from opening and improving schools. We'll ask schools to hold all students to the highest standards and support educators who are designing schools that help our most vulnerable students, who are, as we know, far too often left behind, reach their full potential. And finally, we'll support the innovators, the fresh thinkers with ideas about what schools should look like that are so fundamentally different from how school looks today. These innovators will push all of us to think more creatively and to dream bigger. All of this, more proven schools, new models, deeper pipelines with a commitment to diversity, will take deeper fellowship with partners old and new. This is a vision of success, one in which every child receives an education that prepares him or her for success in college, career, and life, that calls for people and organizations to work together to build systems that allow great schools of all types to grow and thrive. The need is greater than any one person or funder or organization. That's why strong policy, especially at the state level, is so important. And that's why we look to governors and mayors and lawmakers, whom we hope will follow the lead of so many other elected officials that have enacted strong policies over the last year. These policies do the simple work of getting bureaucracy out of the way of school and putting the needs of children and families first. A vision like this is also a pipe dream without deep partnership with other funders. We, Walton, cannot do it alone, and we're enormously grateful for the enduring partnership we've enjoyed with a number of peer funders. We are committed also to working with the next generation of funders from whom we have so much to learn. The late John Walton, for whom this work, the shared work of this room, was such a profound passion, testified in Congress in 1999, the year before the very first National Charter Schools Conference. He said, and I want to quote, "This is not a political issue. This work of education is an issue about children. It is an issue about empowering parents. You are empowering that parent to send their child where they think they'll receive the best education." Nearly 3 decades later, I'll tell you what has changed in the way the Walton family sees that imperative. Not one thing. Thank you for the vital work that you do. I'm deeply optimistic about what comes next. Thank you very much.